Protect your car with 3W Liners all-weather floor mats. Made from durable materials like TPE and rubber, our mats are designed to withstand rain, snow, and mud with deep grooves to trap dirt and liquids. For a custom fit and advanced protection, visit 3W Liners. That's the number 3, WLINERS.com today. At Acasis, innovation drives us. Since 2008, we've been creating cutting-edge technology products that make your life easier. With a focus on performance, design, and customer service, we're here to help you work smarter, not harder. Join us on our journey to simplify your world. Visit Acasis.com today. That's ACASIS.com today.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farms, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. From gourmet snacks to unique finds, each box is tailored to your tastes. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. We are Rogue Media Sports.
Here we are. You have made it to post Super Bowl Monday. Congratulations to everyone that made it to work today. Congratulations to those in the greater Kansas City area, or the Glory Hunters and the Taylor Lovers for making it to work today. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. It is the Cam Show on Rogue Media Sports Network. I'm Cam Stewart, Zach Burke, keeping us on the air the day after the big game, the Super Bowl, if I might. Whew. The Cam Show fully endorses that Philadelphia Eagles victory last night against the Chiefs, 40-22. And honestly, that score flattered the hell out of the Chiefs. It was not that close. Who saw that coming? I didn't. I picked the Chiefs to win. I didn't want them to win, but I did pick the Chiefs to win. And now our long national nightmare is over temporarily. One of the great hate watches of all time. I've had 2 great hate watches this year, 2. And both fall in the same category of love that the team I hate lost, but a team I also don't like won. Dodgers win the World Series. Eagles win the Super Bowl. America's darlings all of a sudden, the Philadelphia Eagles. And honestly, when you look at their team, it's tough to not like them. The only douchebag is Sirianni. Like the rest of them, I don't know. They seem like all right guys. Their fans are a different story, and I don't love that they have it. But they have prevented the Chiefs from a three-peat and just one step farther away from Tom Brady for Patrick Mahomes. The most amazing thing about that is, like, we went into this game thinking that this was going to be like a crowning legacy moment for Patrick Mahomes. And in a way, he did cement the legacy. Because finally, everyone was talking about how unprecedented this run is from Mahomes, even though it's very much precedented. Even though Tom Brady did all of this stuff that Mahomes has done. Everyone just seemed to forget it. They just wanted to bury it. They were like, "This, no one's ever seen anything like this. Unprecedented. GOAT." Well, now you can finally say Patrick Mahomes has done something Tom Brady never did. And that was get curb stomped in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady never did that. Tom Brady never had a performance as bad as Patrick Mahomes had against the Eagles last night. So congrats to Patrick Mahomes. You've done something finally that Brady never did. That was a disaster, man. And you go back to the game he played and lost to the Bucs in the Super Bowl against Mahomes, or against Brady, a couple years ago. And like, the team got blown out. He wasn't that bad. And everyone talked about how great he was after the game. This game, no such. He stunk. He stunk in this game. And because throws a couple of touchdowns in garbage time, 21-32, 257, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, sacked 6 times. The Eagles did not blitz all night, and they sacked him 6 times, one off the Super Bowl record. And honestly, the numbers, they don't even tell the story, man. A bunch of that happened in garbage time. It was the most yards he ever threw for in a Super Bowl comfortably. Like, just stunk, man. And those 2 picks were terrible. The one to Cooper DeJean, DEI hire, Cooper DeJean, it's not a great throw, but that second one is awful. Awful. Basically throwing from his own end zone. He's staring down the linebacker the entire time and is still like 5 yards short of the throw to Hollywood Brown. He's clearly pressing. He's trying to make a play. He's staring down the Mike linebacker the whole time, and he's trying to like use the arm angle thing to loft it over the line, and he's still a good 5 yards short on the throw. Like, there's no chance that his receiver had to catch that ball. When he's throwing that from his own goal line, and there at 17, right? 17-24, the game is over for all intents and purposes. And I know people were putting out there like, hey, you know, maybe this is his Super Bowl 51. This is his Tom Brady moment, down 24. And I said, you know, maybe, because Mahomes is pretty great. But then again, like, that Super Bowl against the Falcons, the Patriots were down, but they were moving the ball in the first half. Remember, they had a LeGarrette Blount fumble. Brady threw a pick 6. Like, they were just not getting the finishing product. And Mahomes and the Chiefs last night, they couldn't move the ball. I mean, at one point it was like 12-1 in first downs. They had a first down on their first play of the game from scrimmage to Juju, and then they didn't have another one till like the third quarter, like midway through the third quarter. They couldn't move the ball at all. This was not just throwing a couple of picks. This was an absolute stinker offensively. And Travis Kelce, the guy should really think about it. I mean, that looked like a guy who just didn't deserve to be on the field anymore. Just didn't. And what did Gronk have? 2 touchdowns in his last Super Bowl. So, again, don't love comparing those two. Don't love comparing Mahomes and Brady. And this is why. They never had a game like this in a Super Bowl. Never. In the biggest stage, he never had it. Patrick Mahomes had 2 of them. This one stunk more than the last one he lost, but 2 blowout losses in the Super Bowl. Just never happened. Never happened to Brady. I'm just saying that. So this is why, this is not to say that Mahomes is a bum. I still think he's the second or third greatest quarterback of all time. But this is why we can't just say, oh, he's better than Brady because he's got time. That doesn't always mean something. And you're coming off of this, and I just don't think you're going to have Travis Kelce next year. And if you do, it's going to be more like this game than he was, a year or 2 ago because he's getting up there in age. You're still looking at a receiving core that last night had DeAndre Hopkins and Juju Smith-Schuster, cast-offs, has-beens. Like, it's Xavier Worthy. That's who's coming back for you. A makeshift offensive line that didn't work. It's too bad that my guy Joe Thuney got so exposed, but he's not a left tackle. He's never been a tackle in his career. And it was just all around a complete mess for the Chiefs. And you have to wonder going forward, is the black magic done? It doesn't mean that the Chiefs won't be contenders, but is the black magic done? Because this does read a lot like kind of the way the Patriots did after that 3 out of 4 in the early 2000s. The Patriots never had the weapons that Mahomes had, ever. But not in that run anyway. You kind of lose those guys. The Patriots eventually lost. They lost Deion Branch. They had, a slowed down Troy Brown. They had a slowed down Ben Watson. They had some injuries on the defensive side, and it kind of petered out. They were still always in it. They lost in the divisional round the next year. Then they went to the AFC Championship game. Then they went back to the Super Bowl, and then they were always in the mix, but they didn't have that next level of quality the way that they had for 3 out of 4 years, and the way the Chiefs have had 3 of the previous 5 years, I want to say, right? They've had a pretty good job, or 3 of the last 6, I guess. So maybe this thing is over for now. But you also got to remember, Brady went 10 years and then won another 3, and then left for another team and then won another one. That's what makes him the GOAT. And he never had a game where he got blown out in the Super Bowl. Never. He never even got blown out in an AFC Championship game. Mahomes has had 2. So again, this is not saying the guy's a bum, but I'm saying this is why you don't call him the GOAT right away. That's why you don't call him the GOAT. And now you're like, oh, now he's 3-2 in the Super Bowl. You really think he's going to get to at least 4 more to equal Brady? The picture doesn't look as rosy now. Picture doesn't look as clear. But yeah, he threw that shuffle pass, so he's better than Brady. That's some people will say that. Some people say, well, the vibes are better. Like, I don't know. They'll make up some shit. But good for the Eagles, by the way. I can't believe I'm saying that, but good for the Eagles. We actually talked about this in a totally different conversation with Pete a couple weeks ago. I wanted to congratulate Pete. Big weekend for Pete Souza, by the way. Eagles win the Super Bowl. Pete gets engaged. Far too much going on to be on the Cam show and celebrate this, but I'm happy for Pete. I really am, on both fronts. But this is an Eagles team that is fairly likable. Again, outside of their coach, I would say. And he has a great posterity moment after the game, bringing his kids out there and doing the Eagles chant. But like, this is a well-run organization. If the Chiefs were the gold standard, then they have been the silver standard. They have been fantastic. They've made the playoffs more than any other NFC team this century. They've now been to this was 4 Super Bowls this century, and they've won a couple. They've won with two different quarterbacks in the last decade and two different coaches. That's a hell of a franchise right there. Hell of a franchise. And we love the great American underdog, no matter what that looks like, even if it looks like the Philadelphia Eagles. They like heard all this three-peat shit all week. They heard it from the Chiefs. They heard it from the media. They heard it from the fans. They heard it everywhere they went. Three-peat, Mahomes, GOAT, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, all this shit. And I said, you know what? Screw that, man. Screw that. And I'm not going to sit here and say we thought the Eagles should have been favorites or anything like that. But when you look back at their season, you weren't talking about black magic for the Eagles, right? You were just talking about a damn good football team in all three phases the whole season. But Jalen Hurts is not Patrick Mahomes. So we didn't think they had a chance in this game. And Jalen played really well. I was stunned that they were able to kind of roll with the punches because they couldn't run the ball. They were the best running team in the league, in the NFC actually. Well, the best running team in the league outside of Baltimore. And they couldn't run the ball. And I really thought that was going to come back to bite them. I really thought that once Mahomes made the game close at 17-0, I'm thinking if Mahomes makes this game close, Philly can't run out the clock. They can't do it. They can't shorten the game. They're going to need Hurts to win the game on his arm. And it turns out it didn't get that close. And Hurts did more than enough to win the game with his arm and win Super Bowl MVP. But how about the performance from that Eagles defense, man? Just suffocating. What a night. What a night for the haters, of which I am chief among them. What a night for the haters. A big win for the haters, man. Still off the pace for the Patriots, still off the pace for Brady's legacy. Anyway, Zach, are you there? Do we have connection with Zach? I want to get his full unabashed thoughts on the big game and what the scene was like at the old Burke household. I think Zach was really pulling for the Eagles in this one. I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, very much so pulling for the Eagles.
Did you have a party? Did you have a little get together?
No, I was out of town most of the weekend.
Where were you?
My wife had like a bachelorette party weekend to go to and to attend. And so it was a bit of a ways away. So I did the good husbandly duty and I went with her and I watched the little one all weekend at an Airbnb while she went out and did things. And then she would come back and we'd hang out and stuff like that. But yeah, so I got
that bad actually.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a lot of just, good quality time kind of out in the hill country.
Just hanging.
Just hanging. Yeah, it wasn't bad. But so I got back like later afternoon. So we didn't have really enough time to like invite anybody over. Made some little had some pigs in a blanket with like
that's almost exactly what we did, dude. Yeah.
And the crescent rolls, so just snacked and watched the game. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it though. I was hoping for an Eagles win. I was not hoping for I wasn't hoping for. I was hoping for just a dominant, just thrashing like we got.
Hell yeah, brother.
I enjoyed that defense so much, man. Like, that's the thing that I always love. I was thinking about it after watching it of just, you have your teams, obviously, you root for, but then you have other teams that you watch over time that you at least, grow to appreciate and things like that. And I think back to like that 2001 Ravens team that Trent Dilfer led. Like, that defense was something different, man.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't have called it Trent Dilfer led, but technically that is correct. Yeah.
He was at the helm.
Ray Lewis led.
It was very much Ray Lewis. I think Ed Reed was still at Miami then.
The other, who was the other quarterback who started that year?
It was
played for the Texans.
Tony Banks.
Tony Banks. That's
Tony
it.
Banks was
Tony
there.
Banks.
He did back to David Carr the next year. I thought it was Elvis Gerbach who might have still been there for a second, but I think he was gone by then. Anyway, but it's like those teams like Jalen Hurts did enough, obviously, and he did more than that. He had a great game. But the bright point and the most fun to me was see the pressure that was constantly back there, or to see some of, like, obviously the Cooper DeJean pick six was really cool to see. But and I can't believe I'm blanking on his name right now. The
my dad said that one was for the Honkies.
Number 50. Oh, the Cooper DeJean one. Alex Baum. Yes. The play that he made. Oh my goodness. The defense was just on fire all night. And for me, that was the most fun. Like, it was obviously Jalen scored points. The offense did what they needed to do, but the constant pressure of Mahomes never having like time or anywhere to look. it was maybe as a Texans fan and having to deal with just shitty offensive line play all season long, it was nice to see the Chiefs have to deal with it too, even though I don't think it was all fully that. I think it was guys like Brandon Graham being able to just force their will upon the Chiefs line.
Yeah, and they also like the Chiefs don't have like this elite receiving core.
No,
They don't have a ton of guys that get open. Like DeAndre Hopkins and Juju Smith-Schuster are on their last legs here.
Mhm.
You know, they don't have guys who just get open all the time.
I
They
forgot-
don't have a pass catching back anymore.
I forgot DeAndre was on the team until last night. Well, the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
well, you'd be forgiven, I guess, to not think that he was on the team. He did get a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
Or was it a 2?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a touchdown.
was it the
I
touchdown?
think he had a touchdown and Worthy had the other 2.
I thought it was the other way. I thought Worthy had I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, he caught one of the things.
Oh, that was good. That was a good hater watch, man.
Dude, no, that's the thing. Like, honestly, and this is no disrespect to Pete, and I'm glad that his team won the Super Bowl. But if I could have found a way where neither of the teams won last night, I would have been cool with that.
I would have
But
been okay with
out of them, I most definitely wanted the Eagles to win. Absolutely.
I do. You know what I thought about last night, which feels like such a rent-free thing. I was thinking about this because I'm definitely with you on that boat. Like I wanted a tie. I don't like the Eagles, but I was also into like what I was kind of just talking about a minute ago of like them shutting it all down, like shutting them all up, of being like three-peat my ass kind of thing. And I'm like, would there ever be a scenario where, let's just say it's the Chiefs dynasty or whatever, the Patriots dynasty or something in the AFC, and they're facing like an 11-6 wild card Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl, and like everyone's like, "Fuck yeah, Cowboys with the upset!" Like the whole country is behind it, like they were last night. I think that's I don't know if that could ever happen.
Like again? Well, see, that's the thing. When we were at brunch,
I'm saying America gets behind a plucky Dallas Cowboys team.
Oh no, they're not getting behind the Cowboys.
Even if this is like Super Bowl 42 and it's the 10-6 Giants and the undefeated Patriots, you don't think people are getting behind the Cowboys?
No.
I'm fascinated, man.
As much as the Eagles fan base, I think like catches a rap of being like one of the worst, or like people like to talk about that. I still think as a team, they are easier to root for than the Dallas Cowboys. Like
they might be the only team. They might be the only team in the league that can happen to.
Well,
because the Patriots could go to a Super Bowl in like 3 years under Drake May, and I don't know that they're going to be like America's darling or anything, but it's not like 10 years ago. You know, if they're facing, like, let's say it's 3 years from now and the Eagles have won another Super Bowl and they're in it like every year, people will be rooting for the Patriots. I don't know if they would for the Cowboys. I just don't know that they would. They would root for the Packers at whatever if it's the right scenario. They'd root for the Steelers if it's the right scenario. I don't think they'd root for the Cowboys.
No, they're like the Yankees or Lakers, except with a lot less titles. So, like, people just don't like to. At one point in time, early 90s, for sure, everybody was all on board. But then somewhere maybe in the late 2000s or maybe earlier than that, it just seems like it kind of just turned a bit. And I feel like, they're very divisive. Like, I don't think people would root for a Cowboys championship. Cowboys fans would, and then everybody would root for Cowboys fans not to win one. Like, that's the...
Yeah. That would be interesting. I don't want that scenario to ever happen. Like a dynastic team versus the plucky Cowboys.
I do still remember. I don't remember what episode, but there's the King of the Hill episode where Hank contemplates a Texans Cowboys Super Bowl.
It's maybe my favorite line in the history of the show.
And is it "May His will be done"?
He goes, "An all Texas Super Bowl, thy will be done."
That's what it is.
It would be so great, which could happen.
Yeah,
someday.
I do feel like then I'd have, as a Texans fan, we would be the ones cheered for because nobody wants to see the Cowboys.
Sure, man. Oh, sure.
Do you have a favorite commercial last night?
A favorite what?
Commercial last night?
I actually wanted to talk about that in the next segment. Will you stick with me in the next segment?
Of course.
I'd like to talk about commercials and halftime show.
All right, we'll do that.
Full breakdown of this thing, and maybe where it all went wrong for one of those things.
All right.
Yeah. So all in all, great hater watch. I'll live with the second Eagles Super Bowl. It's one of two championships that Jeff Lurie is going to win this year.
I will
He
say,
buys the Celtics in a
I
month.
noticed,
Wins the
I
title
noticed
again.
Fox kind of, maybe it was just me, kind of messed up the graphic a bit, and maybe it's like I noticed this when they showed after the win. Not Sirianni. What's
Sirianni, the coach?
Yeah, thank you. When they showed Sirianni after the win, they had a graphic on there that said
Siri
second
just-
Super Bowl title, and they just had Dick Vermeil's name down there. And I was like, whoa, poor Doug Peterson just completely left out in the cold there. And then they quickly just took it off, and it was never put back up. And I was like, I guess they caught it. But I was like, that was within the past 4 or 5 years.
7, yeah.
Well, it was a lot. It's a lot more
7 years.
in recent memory than Dick Vermeil's was.
Who lost the Super Bowl?
He did. He lost.
That's
Super
true
Bowl.
too. Yeah.
He won one with the Rams. Yeah. Lost to the Raiders.
Yeah. Was that Madden's? No.
No, that would have been Flores.
Tom Flores. See, Pete's here to help us out with that as we struggle along.
And who was the quarterback for the Eagles, Zach?
Ron Jaworski.
Well, don't go to Pete. That's Monday Night Football great Ron Jaworski, baby.
It was Jaws. It was
Yeah.
Jaws. He puts on a Super Bowl party every year with Mike Ditka. And it's like a cigar it used to be like Jaws and Ditka's Super Bowl party. Yeah.
Interesting.
Like $500 a ticket to go.
For the everyman to watch the big game.
Well, no, they do it the night before. It's just to go hang out with him. Like that is the thing that I don't think a lot of people really know about is, and maybe I'll save it for the next segment. But
who wants to hang out with Ron Jaworski?
There are so many parties. So before the brief moment that I had away from sports media, I worked in like a hospitality thing. Like you would set up like different events for people. And we had the Super Bowl was super busy for us because of like all the events that are going on down there. But the amount of parties they have that are just so silly and dumb to me that people would still pay ridiculous amounts of money to. It's like, hey, there's a lace and leather party hosted by Donnie Wahlberg and Carmen Electra. Come see such stars as David Tyree. Like that's what it is. And it's like $750 a ticket.
Trevor Ariza, special guest.
Oh, the host Guy Fieri is our food host, but you know what? He's not cooking any of the food. He's just there to
and 3 members of Wu-Tang Clan. We're not telling you which ones,
but you can expect one of them.
That's like Radio Row is similar bullshit of just like, hey, here's our sponsored segment for whatever random guy we've pulled aside to come on our airwaves. What are you hawking today? Oh, Bush's Chicken. Got it. Yeah. Skittles. Great. Yes. A part of a balanced breakfast. Like, it's just that shit all the time where you have to give like a question or two of like, yeah, how about Bounty, man? The quicker picker up. It's just all bullshit. Like I hate Radio Row, man.
Oh, I do. We got Arian Foster one year, and it was like you interview him about everything. Now tell us about FedEx. I'm sure the FedEx Ground Player of the Year. Like Arian Foster wants to sit there and talk about fucking FedEx.
Someone on Barstool a couple years ago had Terrell Owens on, and it was like he was there with, I think it was Snickers. It might have been Skittles. And they had to like tell the guy, it was Caleb Presley. They were like, hey, you got to do a question or two about Snickers. And he ended up just making like a 10, 12-minute interview all about Snickers. He just only asked Terrell Owens about Snickers. It was so good. I'm like, this is the biting social commentary the Super Bowl needs.
My favorite one then is also the former players who were pitching their own things. We talked to Bill Romanowski one year who was pitching like fish oil and deer antler extract and stuff like that to help you like your kids. Dude,
you're just bullshit medicine.
But he talks like you would think Bill Romanowski it's like, man, you got to get your kids on these up. Like, I don't need a 13-year-old kid that can like bench press a car, Bill. But
who's a madman? BC Eagle, baby. I'll be rooting against BC tonight, by the way. Beanpot Championship is tonight. Let's talk about the extras from the big game with Zach Burke. Let's do that next on the Cam Show.
Are you ready to take control of your health? At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. Say goodbye to long waits and office visits. Check your health on your own terms with 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today and free yourself from traditional medicine. That's the number 4uhealth.com.
Get ready for epic savings at Best Buy. Right now, you can save up to $700 on select Alienware and Dell gaming products. Perfect for leveling up your gaming experience. Plus, grab the latest Android Google Pixel at an unbeatable price. Don't miss these incredible deals. Shop now at bestbuy.com and upgrade your tech today. At Fullwell, we bring together the expertise of registered dietitians, MDs, and OBGYNs to give you the best fertility support. Our research-backed bioavailable formulas are crafted with your health in mind, ensuring the highest quality and safety. From preconception to pregnancy and beyond, we exceed industry standards with independent testing for harmful contaminants. With our comprehensive practitioner directory, personalized care is always within reach. Fullwell, your trusted partner on your fertility journey. Visit us at fullwellfertility.com. Experience the perfect blend of exquisite craftsmanship and life-changing technology with Gevi. Every product is built with precision, featuring specialized parts that ensure durability, efficiency, and safety. We put every machine through 6,000 rigorous tests to guarantee long-lasting performance. With cutting-edge technology and a commitment to energy efficiency, Gevi makes your life easier, greener, and more convenient. Upgrade your everyday with Gevi. Visit us at gevi.com to discover more. That's gevi.com.
Have you ever watched true crime television and wondered, how did they get that story?
I can show you. I was a producer for 48 Hours on CBS News.
In my exclusive tell-all book, I'll take you where no audience has ever gone before. Don't miss out. Secure your copy of Killer Story: The Truth Behind True Crime Television today. Available everywhere books are sold.
With San, owning iconic furniture no longer requires paying a premium. We use the finest materials like Italian top-grain leather, known for its durability and luxurious feel, and apply meticulous attention to detail in every piece we create. Our replicas are crafted with the same care and precision as the originals, but at a price that makes them accessible. With over 15,000 satisfied customers worldwide, we've proven that high-quality furniture doesn't have to come with a high price tag. Explore our collection today at san.com.
At Covers & All, we've revolutionized protective solutions with cutting-edge, customizable covers, tarps, and curtains. Using advanced tech fabrics that are 100% waterproof, UV tear, and abrasion resistant, we ensure lasting durability with hand-sewn double-stitch seams. Our commitment to quality, precision engineering, and customizable options is unmatched. With vertically integrated operations and express shipping, we deliver premier protection at affordable prices. Visit coversandall.com today for the perfect fit, guaranteed to last.
We haven't been looking for you. Wake up.
Hellhound Country, available anywhere you get your podcasts. Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. Whether at home or on the go, NordVPN ensures your digital freedom. Stay secure. Download NordVPN today at nordvpn.com. That's NORDVPN.com.
We're back. This is the Cam Show on Rogue Media Sports Network. Zach Burke keeping us on the air and joining here to talk big game.
I wanted to pull a Michael Buffer and just lower my mic down from the.
I thought that was a good effect.
Thank you. I forgot I actually had it raised.
Let's get ready to talk.
Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it. He'll sue us.
I know. It's like saying the other thing that you would call the big game.
Yeah. Can't say that.
Dude, I had another place that I work for does an ad read that like literally said Super Bowl 59 is here. And then it was like, and then we had the ad person tell us, like, remember, don't say Super Bowl. And I'm like, if it says it in the copy, I'm going to say it. Like, that's anyway. So the game left a little to be desired. It was great hate watch, but wasn't like a terrific game, which means, of course, you know, with the Super Bowl, all the pomp and circumstance, can't go take a piss except during the game because you've got the halftime show, you've got the commercials.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're interested in the commercials. You're big into the commercials. I want to ask about the halftime show first.
Okay.
Let me preface it by saying this. I don't give a shit about the halftime show.
Just in general?
Yeah. I get why people do, obviously. I just don't care. I'm not going to really listen to most of the acts that are on there. You know, I thought it was cool a couple years ago when they had like all those rappers in LA. Like, yeah, it's cool. But overall, it's not going to do anything for me. And it's just going to get me frustrated because it's going to be everyone and their dog on Facebook being like, worst halftime show ever. That was the worst. What is this? Pray for our country. It's like, dude, shut up. Like, shut up. Yeah. I don't like any of the musical acts, but I don't have anything against them. I hate these people that comment on it way more, especially the people like the 65-year-old white dudes. It's like, what the fuck did you expect? It's Kendrick Lamar. Like, what did you expect him to do? Yeah. Did you expect him to play like God Bless the USA and bring Lee Greenwood out? Like, that was never going to happen. What did you expect from this?
Yeah, no,
I can't believe how many people still think like that.
He wasn't going to win over any of those people.
No. So what did you think about it? Because I'm not even a Kendrick Lamar guy. So
I am a massive Kendrick Lamar fan. I will say that. The thing that honestly bothered me the most is the audio mix was just so off at the, like, for most of it. Yeah. It did feel weird where I could hear like his mic wasn't turned up enough. And it was weird to me to have a guy who won a freaking Pulitzer Prize as a rapper and not being able to hear what he's saying. Like, you know, that's not on him. That's just kind of in the production of the show that I thought that's
yeah.
I enjoyed like the choreography. I enjoyed the setup. I liked you know, the people. Sam Jackson was in it. Serena was in it.
Sam Jackson. Yep.
Dude, yep. I mean, I even loved the set where it turned around and it kind of looked like just an empty like street block as they went. All of it. I enjoyed it, but then again, I know I'm coming into this as a Kendrick Lamar fan. I also love the fact that Ever the Showman, he teased playing Not Like Us the whole time just to play it there at the end. And I think I have a group chat that I'm in with a couple of friends, and one was sending of a meme of like the Predator handshake between Carl Weathers and Arnold, and it said Chiefs on one of the arm and Drake on the other, and it was getting embarrassed at the Super Bowl. By
the way, are we done with the Drake thing?
I think this is it. I think that was like here, like
it's kind of tired.
Well, that's not necessarily on Kendrick as much as it's just got popular and like it was out there a lot because of it. I think that this was him being like, "Yep, all right, we're done," kind of, because he had like
I know the Grammys aren't what they used to be, but didn't he just win like a ton of Grammys for that song and that disc? So it's like, isn't that the victory lap? I mean, whatever. I don't like Drake either. I don't really care.
I think and it makes sense to me. The Grammys was a week ago. Yeah. So I think you can have like a week-long victory lap. I think that now this is your exclamation point, and then we're probably done. Because honestly, what bigger impact can you have than the entire Super Bowl that's being watched to millions of people, finishing your line about the guy that, you know, the diss song's about in general? It's got to be embarrassing in a way. Anyway, the halftime show, I was upset with the audio mix because I just thought it could have been better. But I mean, he played, you know, a lot of great songs. SZA showed up. I like SZA.
What are some of the halftime shows from the past that you like?
I really liked Prince's.
Of course, yeah. I think everyone does.
I'm kind of the same way. I'm more about like, I don't know. Oddly enough, I really liked the Lady Gaga one a couple years ago. I thought her jumping off the roof to begin was a little bit too much, but like the whole, I enjoyed Beyonce's, but I'm a big Beyonce fan, so.
Don't remember that. Oh, that was the one with the power went out.
Yes. I don't know. Like some of the ones I remember not liking, like Katy Perry's was. I remember Madonna had that one guy who like bounced on a rope and stuff, and it was weird. Like
what about U2? Super Bowl 36.
So Scotty brought that one up too, and I get that was big for everybody. I'm gonna say something that might be considered blasphemous.
Oh god.
I'm not a big U2 fan.
That's okay. You don't have to be a big U2 fan.
It was okay for what it is.
I like U2.
Here's the thing. One of my favorite moments of seeing something is they played at the Superdome with Green Day in the first Saints game back after Katrina, and that was a really good performance.
Yeah, that was also like U2. It's like humanitarian effort. We got to be in this.
Exactly.
We've got a tragedy. You say I'm in. Like Bono's like I'm so in on this. I think they were already scheduled to do the Super Bowl after 9/11, so
They
I'll
were,
give them the benefit of the doubt on that
Uh,
one. But
they
I
were, but,
love
I mean, it is a solid Super Bowl halftime show. I'm not knocking it. I'm just not the biggest U2 fan.
I won't say he's like this much of a masochist, but I think like a couple days after 9/11, Bono was like, all right. All right. We've got the Super Bowl. And then the team called the Patriots is in it. He's like, oh, like, you know.
Okay, you want to know what I oddly remember about it was that's the Rams one, right?
Yeah.
Here's what I remember most about this Super Bowl, and it's the weird things that stick with you. In the pregame, when I don't remember if they did it last night, but they used to do it where they would like introduce the starters, remember?
This is my favorite story of the Patriots dynasty. Yeah.
And the Rams came out as individuals, and the Patriots chose to be introduced as a team. And when that happened, I still remember my 13 maybe? My mother was like, I hope the Patriots win. Just like from that right there. And that still just sticks with me for some reason, because this is a woman who, like, she grew up in Texas. She watched her sons play football. She knows a decent amount, but she was never like a big football fan. But she heard that and she was like, I want the Patriots to win. And she sure enough rooted for them that entire game because of that. But for some reason, like, that is one of the things that like sticks with me too.
Like they had done that all year long, and still nobody, like, because they got fined for doing that. Like, nobody thought they were going to do it for the Super Bowl. And I used to watch that video before like every big Patriots game, which was a lot here comes James Hodgins, the fullback from San Jose State. And now they do Mike Martz and Ricky Prohl and all these guys individually. It's supposed to be one of these great honors. And then Pat Summerall in the PA. And now, ladies and gentlemen, choosing to be introduced as a team, here are the American Football Conference champions, the New England Patriots. Done from right there. And that's what the dynasty is all about. Not Taylor Swift. That's what it's all about right there. Choosing to be introduced as a team. And Ricky Prohl to the camera before pregame introductions goes, tonight a dynasty is born. And he was dead on, just with the wrong team. Oh, turn me up, man. I want to get back to this shit.
I don't know if I know I haven't told you this because I know it would go straight to your head. I find myself watching so much of the Names with Games podcast. Is that Edelman's podcast?
Edelman,
yeah.
You've watched the Bill Burr one, I'm guessing.
I'm watching so many just clips or even like the full length. No, I watched some of the Bill Burr one with all the coaches from like that are coming back, and they're just talking about like the stories from there. Like, you have got in my head so much about like telling me things that now like they'll pop up and I'll be like, oh, and I'll sit there and I'll listen and I'll be captivated by it. Like,
well, Edelman's really good at it, man.
He
like
is.
Brady could never do that.
But no,
Edelman can.
Not. But just
like, yeah.
But like hearing like the Matt Patricia one was fantastic to listen to. Like to hear him talking like how they were breaking down things, or what was the story, just the stories they tell now of like everything going on that like that's what I love about sports. I think I don't know if we talked about it the other day, or maybe it was even when we were off the air. Jeff Pearlman, and this might have been a couple months ago now, I saw him go on a rant on Blue Sky or TikTok, wherever he is now. I don't know. I love Jeff Pearlman as an author, but I don't know where he's social medias.
Yeah.
And the video was about how sports has devolved into just people yelling, like sports media, to people just yelling opinions at you, and the storytelling aspect of it is gone. And that is what I like most about hearing this. Is like, obviously I have a little bit of an interest in them from you and from us, being able to osmosisly talk about the Patriots. But yeah, to hear them talk about that dynasty and then to break down everything that went into it, it's captivating. It's storytelling. It's fucking awesome.
It's great, man. Adam's great at it, dude. I don't know when he runs out of Patriots people in particular, but like, he still hasn't had like Randy Moss. He hasn't had Teddy Bruschi. There's going to be some good stuff, man. And obviously the other thing is you didn't hear from these guys forever. That's why there's so many of them in media, because they were like, we want the secret sauce. And turns out they're not very entertaining in media. But in a setting like that, it's great. You asked about commercials.
Yes, sir.
Did you have, yes, sir. All right, dude, calm down. Fuck, that's not the DMV, dude. Did you have any in mind that stuck out to you? Because I don't know, there wasn't one that really got me.
there was one that got me, and it probably shouldn't have made me laugh as hard as it did, but the randomness of it was. I'll save that for a bit. I enjoyed the Stella Artois one with Beckham and Matt Damon. It was okay.
Oh yeah.
How
about by the way, 2 different brands doing basically the same commercial of facial hair flying off faces, flying through the air.
One was
Pringles
eyebrows and the
Little
other was
Caesars.
mustache.
Yes, yeah.
I
That's
did
odd. That's the Pringles would have been the second one. They must have watched that Little Caesars one. Was like, fuck, like, god damn it.
Shit. You know how we outdo Eugene Levy's eyebrows? We get Nick Offerman, we get Adam Brody, we get James Harden, and we get who else was the other mustache?
I don't even remember.
Just so we
remember
Harden
and Offerman.
Harden and Offerman sitting next to each other because that's an odd duo. I want to go have dinner with Nick Offerman and James Harden. I don't have no clue what we're going to talk about. I say that. I mean, Offerman might be a big basketball guy, but he just screams baseball to me. I know he's a Chicago guy.
Really?
So,
He's a big Bobby Knight fan in that show.
Oh, and no, that's true. And Parks and Rec. So I enjoyed the Instacart one that like showed all the old brands and stuff. That was just kind of cool. The one I liked the most though was the Mountain Dew one with seal as a seal.
That one is really it's taken some traction. I prefer that to some of the other ideas. Someone had a screen grab of it. And it was like, this is what every Marvel movie looks like to me. And I was like, me too, brother. Me too. But like, I'm going to be old man here because I'm a fucking old man.
That's fun.
And it's not this year. This is happening a while. But like, when did this turn become like, all right, we have a Super Bowl ad. You know what we should do? We should get 2 people that used to act in something together and bring them back.
Yeah.
And like, we had a Harry Met Sally one last night. We've now have these string of Woody
Harrelson
and Matthew McConaughey. Huh?
Your girl was in it though.
In which one?
In the Harry Met Sally one.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney's at the end going.
Oh, yes. I was thinking that was a different commercial. Yes, you're right.
She
but
played.
I'm like, when did that happen?
My mom.
And they used to be like Super Bowl commercials used to be like so like random, kind of non sequitur, that kind of funny, and like the what's up and the even the fucking Talking Babies, which I didn't necessarily like. But now they go so much for schmaltzy now.
Yeah.
Like all those ones that don't have 2 people that were in a movie together are all like, look how schmaltzy, look how cheesy we are. Look how heartwarming we are.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, I don't know. I'm probably in the minority on this, like I am for a lot of things, but I just
I get it.
Do anything for me anymore.
I do often wonder if we're just like because obviously comparison is the thief of joy, Cam. We all know that. But I do wonder if it's all of us just kind of looking back like nostalgically and being like, oh yeah, no, commercials were so much better. And if it's just like, obviously it's a sign of the times with how things go. Like there's trends. Advertising just tends to work one way. There's a lot more AI content and stuff out there now that you can just kind of tell. But it does seem that I laugh a lot less than I used to at some of these, and at least what they're able to do. I think there was I think it was Coors Light maybe had the sloth commercial, or Bud Light, one of the beers.
Yeah,
that one was a solid one.
Yeah.
Like you'll have a couple, but you're right. For the most part, it just kind of seems like, like even the Budweiser, the Clydesdale commercial, like didn't tug at my heartstrings as it usually did. It seems like it's
Well, at this point, it's like the Hess truck, dude. It's like all right, we get it. It's every year, They don't do a ton for me, honestly, but successful night all the way around. I wonder what like my dad and his friends were laughing at,
Have you not? You should ask him. You should ask.
I guess. What were his takeaways?
Ask the Bulldozer about that, and then about what he thought about the halftime show.
I'll bet Bill didn't even watch it. I'll bet he took a dump during the halftime show, man.
Oh, I'll add with this because it's commercial related. The Angel Soft 30-second bathroom break was clever.
That's really good. That's a really good idea.
That was really good because it wasn't necessarily a commercial. But the thing that gets to me is I have never, this is going to sound very, very odd. I have never heard anybody get so upset about toilet paper in general than I had about my brother once when he was just telling me about how much he hates Angel Soft as a brand. I have never thought I would hear a rant just so epically angry, but yet still him just go into it of why he will never use them. And it is the funniest thing. So,
I want him to be like, I hate what they stand for.
well, no, it's
I
not.
hate them as people.
Like he hates their product. Like this has been a
Yeah.
long running thing, and like if you bring it up, he will still like go on a rant about it. So when I saw the commercial last night and they were like the bathroom break, I haven't texted them yet today, but I will. I'm going to be like Angel Soft ? And probably get like a long text back. But at least the genius of the ad was I appreciate.
I thought that was good. Zach, I want to keep you around for the third segment. It's not about the Super Bowl, but I do want to ask you a question in there, and it has to do with the Celtics. But trust me, you're gonna know the answer to this one because it's completely subjective. We're gonna talk about the Celtics and the Knicks. That's coming up next on the Cam Show.
Transform your workspace with Hanomi Ergonomics. From adjustable chairs to standing desks, we provide solutions for comfort and productivity, whether at home or in the office. Improve your posture, reduce strain, and work smarter. Visit us at hanomi.co today. That's HINOMI.co today. Unlock a world of convenience with Mullybox, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your taste. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. Unlock your full potential with Onnit, your go-to for premium supplements, fitness gear, and wellness essentials. Whether you're training hard, recovering faster, or just looking to feel your best, Onnit has the tools you need to perform at your peak. Visit Onnit, that's ONNIT.com, and elevate your mind, body, and spirit today. At Rolls Rolla, we don't just sell wallpaper, we create cohesive, cozy spaces. Our deep understanding of design means every pattern, color, and texture is carefully chosen to complement your home. Plus, we use advanced technology and water-based inks for vibrant, eco-friendly prints, ensuring a healthier environment. Visit rollsrolla.com to transform your space today. That's ROLLSROLLA.com today.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com.
At Tusane's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.
Ready to bring your vision to life? At Small Rig, every idea, design, and product is inspired by you, the creator. With our industry-first under co-design mode and the Dream Rig free customization project, we unite with global creators to turn big dreams into reality. Whether it's a cage rig or mount, Small Rig's versatile gear is built to elevate your craft. Small Rig, where your creativity meets our innovation. Go to smallrig.com.
Calling all Marvel fans, get Marvel Unlimited and unlock over 30,000 comics featuring your favorite heroes and iconic stories, all available to read anytime, anywhere. Whether you're into classic tales or the latest adventures, there's something for everyone. Don't miss out. Head to marvel.com/unlimited today and start your Marvel journey now. At Angel Bliss, we believe every parent's journey is a beautiful adventure. Our mission is to make it joyful and stress-free with thoughtful, safe, and innovative products. Born from a love for family, we promise peace of mind for parents and comfort for babies. From playtime to bedtime, every Angel Bliss product is designed with care, reliability, and a style to nurture the special bond between parent and child. Angel Bliss, creating happy memories, one baby at a time. Visit us at angelbliss.us. Angel Bliss.
Yes, sir. Cam Show. Cam Stewart, Zach Burke. I'm going to open with a controversial opinion here. And I think it's wild how controversial this opinion is. I know at times she looks weird and she makes weird faces, but like I'm just gonna say it, dude. Brittany Mahomes is hot. I understand some of the screen grabs we've gotten, and some people say she still looks like white trash, which I'm not even gonna deny that. But she is hot.
Was that your question? She is an attractive woman, yeah.
But she is hot.
Yeah, she is an attractive woman.
I just think I need to get that out there. I need to be on the right side of history.
I don't think that, her and I might see a lot of things, but yeah.
Right. But I'm in. She's hot. No, what I did want to ask you.
I thought that was the question that you came back to. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess so. I thought it was Celtics related. I'm waiting to see it.
It kind of is.
Is she going to buy the Celtics?
People are asking. Important question here on the Cam Show. Cam Stewart, Zach Burke. Mm-hmm. I heard some Boston sports talk about this on a weekend show. And that is, are the New York Knicks the most overrated brand in sports?
Oh.
Celtics played the Knicks right off the park at Madison Square Garden the other night on Saturday night. Of course, the Knicks hyped this game to oblivion. They've hyped this team into oblivion. And it's a good team, it's a solid team. And they had a good team last year. Brunson's a big-time star. But, like, you would think, if you were coming from another country, you would think the Knicks, like,
oh yeah,
the way the Knicks recovered, especially in the playoffs last year, like, this was the biggest thing to ever happen in sports. Like it was the Yankees in the World Series, except we actually saw the Yankees in the World Series, and the Knicks in the second round got much better coverage. So we get it. New York's a great basketball town. It's $1 billion to get into the game. But, like, is this an overrated brand?
Yes.
It feels like it has to be. They haven't won a title in 50 years.
70 and 73 are the only two that they have. Like, that's the thing is, like, with the Yankees, they have, 27, 28? How?
27.
Yeah, a lot
27.
A lot of titles. But I guess some of it comes into play, I guess, because it was New York's team. But at this point, like, they haven't even played in a finals since, against the Spurs in, like, the late 90s?
99?
Yeah.
With Latrell Sprewell?
94 and 99 are the last times they played in the finals. So they haven't been to the finals in 2 decades. And yet anytime they're in the playoffs, everybody, and they get, especially after the first round, it's, and everybody's all on them.
And you know what? Like, because I love looking at this stuff historically, right?
Yeah.
The Bucks have just as many titles.
That's true.
And, it's not seen as this, ironically enough, this basketball mecca, even though their old arena used to be called the Mecca. It's not held in the same regard. They don't get the same coverage the Knicks do. They feel like they don't have the same branding as the Knicks do. But yet, like, if I ask you the best Knicks player ever is, I think the Bucks have 3 players better than that.
Than the best Knicks player? So let's say, okay, just to run this real quick, let's just say it's Ewing, it's Walt Clyde Frazier, it's whoever you want to throw out there. Yeah. The Bucks have Kareem, obviously. So yeah, that's better than anybody. Are you including Giannis?
Yes, that's 2.
And then the third one, is it a guard?
Yes.
It's not Ray Allen, is it?
No.
It's not Sidney Moncrief.
Earlier
for the Bucks.
Think of the drink that you would get at George's.
Oh, Oscar Robertson. Yeah.
Like, I think and like those Knicks players are really good, like great players, but the Bucks have, I think, 3 better all time than the Knicks do. And yet we see the Knicks as like if you're looking at popularity of the NBA teams, it's some combination of Lakers, Celtics, Knicks.
I will argue, though, out of the 30 teams, though, that are there are only 8 teams that have more titles than the Knicks. Like, the Knicks are in, like...
That's kind of a lot, though.
It is, but, I mean, there's 10
to be held in that regard.
There's, like 10, 11 that have more than one title.
Yeah.
But in that list, the Knicks are the one who have 73 being the last one. All the other teams, even the 76ers won one in 83 for 3. Like...
Yeah.
Do you think the Heat are a better brand than the Knicks? They have more titles.
I mean, Better franchise, yeah.
The 76ers?
Yes.
Are they better?
That becomes an interesting question. That becomes like the Sixers are still a big brand, but why aren't they as big as the Knicks? They have a very similar history.
Yeah. Now the
right?
other,
and it's also it's a great sports town, Philadelphia, that produces some great basketball players as well, just like New York does.
why are the Knicks considered bigger than the Spurs? The Spurs.
That's
play
what I'm
for
wondering.
subtle. Like, I mean,
It would be like I'm trying to think of a good like NFL example of this. I mean, it would be like saying that the Giants are a bigger brand than the 49ers.
yeah,
And like that might be true, but we're splitting hairs there. I mean,
No.
the 49ers
not.
outside of the 80s and early 90s have not been like they've made a couple Super Bowls this decade, but they don't win them. You know, that's to me, that's a better history than the Giants in the Super Bowl era.
Part of it just feels like,
and the
oh,
same
it's
thing with
because
the
of New
Spurs
York
versus
City.
the Knicks.
Yeah. No, all the other teams ahead of them, I think, are better like franchises. The Celtics are better. The Lakers are a better brand. The Warriors, I think, are a better brand. The Bulls, granted, here lately, the Bulls are another one. Okay,
Right.
since Jordan's been gone,
Where you contain their entire excellence into one era.
era. Exactly.
Like the 49ers. Yeah.
But I mean, they have more titles than the Knicks, so I think they're more relevant at least. They've been more recent too.
And undoubtedly right now have more of an impact on the history of basketball. More iconic. Like great. Your building is awesome. But like we're talking about the greatest player ever played for this team, and they owned a decade, and they changed how teams built their teams. No doubt the Bulls have more of an impact
the
on the history.
reason also that their venue is considered so famous isn't because of the Knicks. It's because of everything else that was there.
Right.
It's because the Rangers play there. It's because we had boxing matches and wrestling events and any
basketball.
kind of other sporting. Yes. Like, the Big East play there all the time.
And the fact that it's in New York City and it's
exactly
almost
the Garden
100
is
years
the Mecca despite the Knicks playing there.
Could you imagine? Like, I was thinking about this. Can you look up Spike Lee's net worth? Because no doubt he's super rich, right? No doubt he's super accurate. Yeah, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Like, no doubt he's super rich, but like, what are his projects now? Can he still just afford courtside season tickets for the Knicks?
He won 2 primetime Emmys in 2007 for When the Levee Breaks. So
that was 20 years ago. It was 18 years ago.
Damn it, when you say it like that, it was in the 2000s. It doesn't seem. Something says that he has a net worth of $50 million, but I don't know about that. This one says
there are guys playing in the NBA next year who were born in 2007.
Don't tell me that. Damn, that makes me feel old. I'm trying to find. Let's see. Oh, he made a movie for Netflix. Oh, dude, he did Black Klansman in 2018.
Okay, all right, yeah, that was a big hit.
Yeah. I mean, he's still making films. He had one in 2020 called The Five Bloods. There's one that's TV.
He just doesn't do it during basketball season.
Yeah, that's Highest to Lowest. That's an A24 and Apple TV project that hasn't come out yet.
That's just, I don't know. Like Nicholson always had the courtside Lakers seats, but he was still like doing big hits in the late 70s, early 80s.
He's still directing stuff. Granted, it's been a lot less since. Oh, he made the. You're a cinema guy. I guess he made the adaptation of Old Boy.
I didn't see that.
Oh, did you see the original one?
No.
Oh, okay, well, never mind.
So it's perfect.
Not big on Japanese cinema. I got you.
And like, no, not really. So obviously they're not like that's the Knicks branding is no threat to the Celtics because you could argue the Celtics already have a bigger brand, but no doubt they are the better franchise. And I just I don't know. It's this false accomplishment thing with the Knicks and the way the media covers the Knicks. We talked about it last year when they played the Pacers and I would love for a Celtics Knicks series. I really would. I think the Celtics really match up well with them, and it would be great theater. It would be a good, for the history of the NBA kind of people.
Now I'll add this last bit. I can say
20 championships between them.
Well, 2 of them are New York's. And that's the thing. Like being a fan of a team who has the same amount of titles as the Knicks and are more recent, even though that's also been 30 years, maybe close to my goodness
30.
Yeah. So like even though it's been away, they've been at least a little bit closer. They've happened in my lifetime. I do feel like the Knicks brand is obviously bigger and better than like the Rockets. So I don't think it comes down to just like title numbers. There's more to it than that.
Ben
But-
Stiller goes to more Knicks games than he does Rockets games.
Oh, absolutely.
So there you go.
Absolutely. So like there is something to that for the brand, but it is more overhyped for having done less, it feels like.
They're just like branding wise. Here's how I'll kind of leave it: is they do everything the Lakers do except get star players and win championships.
Yep.
Everything else they've got it. They pack out the building. They get celebrities to the game. End of sentence. Like that's what they can do, right? Like
Absolutely.
they'll put together some cool uniforms sometimes, and they'll be like New York's team, but the Lakers just have these star players fall into their laps all the time, and they win championships for the most part in their history.
They got Dalton Connect back because the Mark Williams trade didn't go
Yeah.
through.
Fucking Lakers, man. But I will absolutely take Celtics Knicks conference finals, which I don't think will happen because I think the Celtics will be the 2 seed and the Knicks will be the 3 seed. So it'll be a second round matchup if they can hold up their end of the bargain. They couldn't hold up their end of the bargain for the conference finals last year, which was a disappointment. So I would love that. But yeah, Knicks, like overrated brand, and you're just going to keep hearing about how great they are the next couple months. Anyway, it's going to do it for us in the Cam Show. We're live here high noon Eastern time every weekday. Thank you to Zach Burke, who dips out just as quickly as he comes in. He's a man of mystery, that Zach Burke. That's why I want to get his opinions on here. Thanks to Zach for keeping us on the air. Congratulations to Pete on a couple different fronts this weekend. Pete Souza's show leads into us 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern, leading right into this, which is live every weekday on YouTube. And then wherever you get your podcasts, we will give you a full Bean Pot Championship breakdown, I'm sure, tomorrow on the Cam Show.
Transform your workspace with Hanomi Ergonomics. From adjustable chairs to standing desks, we provide solutions for comfort and productivity, whether at home or in the office. Improve your posture, reduce strain, and work smarter. Visit us at hanomi.co today. That's HINOMI.co today. Experience the future of secure private cloud storage with Internex. Protect your files with end-to-end encryption, ensuring your data stays private and accessible only to you. Enjoy seamless, fast storage without compromising security. Visit Internex.com today and take control of your digital life. That's INTERNXT.com today. Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. Whether at home or on the go, NordVPN ensures your digital freedom. Stay secure. Download NordVPN today at nordvpn.com. That's NORDVPN.com. Tusains, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.